again. I'm Jim Lowenstern. I'm the host of the Exponential Files this week, and we have a special guest from Japan. She's been nice enough to accommodate us with her schedule, with the time shift and everything. Emiko Pereira. She is also known as the the first agent with eXp in Japan. And welcome, Emiko. We also have Julian Khan, an agent on my team who's fluent in Japanese and has lived in Japan. I figured why not invite Julian to the show as well. Hi, Julian.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me too.
Emiko, let's start with just a little background. When did you start in real estate, and how did you find your way to eXp, or did eXp find its way to you? Since you're number one, you're pretty important.
Yeah, to say the truth, I want nothing. I'm here in Japan almost 5 years. So I'm living in Rio 33 years. I started there as a real estate agent. But to say the truth, I'm
Rio being
Rio de
Brazil.
Janeiro. Yeah, Brazil. So, and I was just come here to prepare some documentation for my daughter. She was she at the United States. So just come here to prepare. And I knew that the Japanese, to have a Japanese license is very difficult and very hard competition. You have only once a year examination to be the have a real estate certificate. So this year, around 300,000 people tried to get this, examination, October, and only 15 or 17% of people passed. So it was so difficult to be passed. I tried 3 times already, and I could. And this point is very difficult. I was not thinking about real estate agent, but I have the other opportunity because Keller Williams Tokyo, they start to open the Tokyo office, so I tried there. And after this, I knew my director, the Keller Williams Japan. He left, and he start this eXp Japan. So I knew about this, and I follow him. So I moved from Keller Williams Tokyo to eXp Japan. Yes, okay. This is my story. Yes.
So eXp pretty much does business the same in every country, but I'm sure Japan has a few different rules that you have to work around to be with eXp, I guess. What do you know about what eXp had to do to open up Japan? Because honestly, I have a video that I've been sharing for 2 or 3 years now, and Japan was always included as one of the countries, but it wasn't official until just recently. So I've never seen anything like that. Why so difficult? Why is it so difficult to do business in Japan?
Yeah, because Japan is actually a real estate agent. It's not agent. They are the employee of some companies, so they don't have this like a commission free. So they have custom to have a salary every month. So it's very difficult. Somebody else want to be just agent because you don't have guarantee that you don't have salary. So it's very difficult to survive without some kind of support. So it's not custom. So in Japan, it's still new. People want to be agent, just, because still the market is more than, I think, 95% they work at the company. So they are not free. So that's exclusive to some companies. So it's not so easy to be some kind of people that want to be the free agent. So that's why very difficult to have an agent.
Are you on commission only or salary?
Yeah, commission. I don't have salary, so I need another work to have a salary to survive in Japan, because in Brazil it's not so difficult because company they go to introduce client, so you can stay there the company every day, and if you have the telephone call, some advertisement from advertisement, you have that client every time. So you don't need your friend to help you to have a client or to be client. So it's more easier to be the agent. But here in Japan, you have to look for, you have to, create your own, by yourself, find some kind of client. So this is one of the reasons it's very difficult. So to be the agent. So you have to wait to what's going to happen here in Japan also. And we have still 25 the agent in our company. So let's see what's going to happen.
So for eXp to expand in Japan, Julian and I are here to help. What can we do as, we'll say, international marketing experts in the United States with eXp to help grow eXp
Yes, but
Japan?
yeah. So you find some client for the introduce to Japanese market, or we want to send, because first it's very difficult. You can find you can try to speak in English. So this is the first the thing that we have to think about, and that system, the older system, they're going to change to the in Japanese, but for us it's still very difficult. And this is, and still we don't have, for example, I'm telling you about the referral rules, but they don't know how it works also. So we need some people to, that show how it works.
Okay, well, we're
Well,
not going to necessarily show it, although we could pull it up on the screen. We, as a team, actually, we have a luxury group. Actually, if you see the logo there, Castles Luxury, we publish a magazine and we've translated it into different languages. Japanese is one of them. So we can perhaps help elevate eXp Japan a little bit with our magazine. And Julian, you can pop up and unmute if you have questions for Emiko. Give you an opportunity.
yeah. So
So hi, Emiko. Nice meeting
hi,
you, first of all.
hi.
So
Yeah,
I also
nice
grew
to
up
meet
in
you.
Tokyo, near Tokyo
Mm-hmm.
Tower. So I know that area
Mm-hmm.
really well. So I have brothers who live in Japan, one in Tokyo and one um, trying to, well, he already has been buying like multiple properties in Hokkaido.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I've recently joined this line group by Japanese, eXp Japanese agent. I actually,
Oh, you the language. Actually, I think you're
I'm
there.
not sure if
Oh,
you're part of it already because I just went
this.
into that group and looking for your name, but I didn't see yours. So
Mm.
I
Yeah,
can send you an invite
yeah,
because I,
I am the joined some, but also Japanese language from
okay. Hmm. I
I'm
wonder
just
if
some
This is on
friend.
Slack, right?
no, it's called
Not sure
Line,
line. Yeah,
Line Group. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
It's
yeah.
written in Japanese. Yeah, my name is Pereira Emiko.
Oh, is it? Okay, great.
Yeah, but you
Sorry.
say.
Okay, maybe it's in Japanese. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
search
So
your name with.
Miko,
Mm.
you speak Japanese, you speak English, and you also speak Portuguese, right?
Yeah, Portuguese is yes. I
Wow.
think I Portuguese better than in English.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's important to connect with other EXP agents. And
Mm-hmm.
in the past, I have a friend who lives in Boston who wants to sell her home in Kyoto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and but they already so her sister was in charge of dealing with a Japanese company, a real estate
Mm-hmm.
company, but they
Mm-hmm.
decided to cancel their contract with that company because they weren't happy with the service because they weren't quite how to say like outfaced, like they don't know how to market to the foreign countries, not they're
Mm-hmm.
only within Japanese in
Yeah,
Japan.
yes.
They don't have agents who speak English. So I thought I see the opportunity there.
Mm-hmm.
We as the global company, we should market that maybe more in Japan, Japanese market. So
This is a question for actually for both of you, because Julian, we never talk about this, but in some of the Asian countries, there's a migration flow to the US. Maybe less now, I'm not sure, but that's part of the question too. Is there a flow from Japan to the US, Emiko, or vice versa? How can we be helpful in our marketing and our approach to the Japanese market? Either way.
Yeah, but it was Japanese to say true, we do some kind of propaganda. It's very difficult. The Japanese owners, they don't permit it. And I have some kind of permission that from corporate, but I can post by our site, but they don't want to put on any kind of SNS also, or some kind of a propaganda like zero Japanese zero. So it's very difficult. Even this, it's very restrict. But so we have to try to post in that we use Slack. So it's, I think, only one way that we post, because now we're gonna permission that we're going to put some kind of propaganda to advertisement next week, but only I, 3, and another one people. So I don't know, people, they don't have experience also, so not, I don't know how even, so you can't help me without the properties. So it's very difficult. Still we are starting. Some of them just don't have any kind of experience. So a little bit difficult. So you have the few people to try to show the property that we have in Tokyo.
Okay, well, let's go in a different direction. Commissions. Is it based on a percentage or a fixed dollar amount? How do you get paid if the property is, let's say, $1 million? What's
property? Yeah, property is a buyer, also owner side. Yes, but you're going to pay 3% for the people who is agent from buyer side or owner side. Yes, and people who want to buy also have to pay 3%. Plus 60,000 for almost like $400 plus $400 have to pay the agent with the buyer side, and the owner seller and the buyer side. So it completely different, so separated. So if you want between you are selling, you are buyer side also, but you can get both almost 6%. But so that's the first rule, that you have to ask a buyer in the United States have to pay 3% plus 60,000 yen and plus 10% tax. So this is the first rule that we have.
10% tax. Well,
yeah.
Is it always 3%? Like, is it negotiable?
Yes, depend, because, but it's actually very difficult. Somebody asks, Japan, it's very difficult. Somebody asks a discount. So they say that 3% everybody pay. So they also negotiate about the price of the properties more easier than, but this kind of the fee.
Well, let's talk about the prices. I mean, first of all, what's the market like right now? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it just average? It's a good market.
In Tokyo, increase the price, because I think many foreigners like from China, so they want to start to buy apartment very expensive. So they say that instead of Japanese pay some kind of like a Minato, the nice view from Tokyo Tower, we cannot pay because it increase the price. But the Chinese, they pay exactly what we want, so they're going to sell. The market is very, very high, so increase every year the price, but I don't know until when, because the dollar is 152, so for foreigners it's more cheaper right now, but after, I don't know, it's continue until when. So depend on the how much will be the $100 yen, so it's almost always a change. So that at this moment is very good.
So mortgages do exist, or are people paying cash? Do the banks lend
It's a
money?
different, yeah, it's Japanese people. So if you're working a pretty good company, so they accept very easy to buy because the interest very low. I think compared with another company, another country, I mean. So sometimes the bank accept 2% per year, 3% less than 3% per year. So
2 or
it's
3%
yeah,
mortgages.
it's very
Wow.
unless because of the last few years, less than 1%. So this also until when is going to this but it was less 1% was one of the bank, and you have the good company working, it's easier to get
Are
this,
these 30-year loan terms?
35 until 50. See,
Up to 50
nowadays
years.
50 years, yes, nowadays. So if people, the young people,
Is there a
for sure.
certain age group where they don't give them 50-year mortgages?
Yeah, but anyway, so people who even start late, but they don't have 35 years, but until 80 years old. So you have the, that you
There's
can get a loan.
probably
Yeah,
terms that say it passes to the heirs and they have to pay the note. So parents buy the property, 50-year mortgage, and they give a gift to their children of real estate with a very long
yeah,
mortgage
but
term.
it's years. It's people say, but everybody is, I think it's 35 years young age, so they already, around
And I
age
know
30.
that, or maybe I'm conflating it with other major cities, but the square footage of a typical, these are condominiums probably that we're talking about in Tokyo for the most part, right?
Yeah, excuse me?
So the properties you're selling, a lot of them are condominiums?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, around
And
5 years.
what's the average? Is it square meters or square feet?
So square meter, I am in square meter 55, 60 square meters. Yeah, 75. So it's
So help me,
100,
that's
yeah.
like 500-600 square feet?
Square feet, how many square feet? See, so square feet, I forget how it was.
Multiply it by 9, right?
Yeah,
Somewhere like that, yeah.
yeah,
So 60 times 9. So they're actually quite small.
yeah.
So
Approximately 100 is for us a very big apartment in Tokyo. So it's more expensive, but after that, around the 55 until 75, it's
well,
to understand.
let's talk about the price range on the lower end, the 500-600 square foot.
Right, depend on the year, because Japan is the earthquake. We have especially the law, especially for the old apartment. We have the new law that 1981. After this, we have the new law about earthquake. So before this is a little bit a problem. So we cannot have an apartment so old. But I mean Tokyo. So if you pay like 1,800,000, $1 million, you can buy maybe 55 square meters apartment.
So a
For
500 or
depend on the
600
condominium.
square
Yeah.
foot
It's
condominium.
yeah, because I have the client that he want to pay 1 million and a half. So he could find apartment with Tokyo Tower View and 17th floor, and the apartment was like 2016. And
Mhm.
he had a 41 square meters apartment, so it's next cheap in
So you
Tokyo.
were talking about earthquake. Is this earthquake, I guess,
Yeah, because of the
anti-earthquake construction or resistant, earthquake
yeah,
resistant?
yeah, in 1981, the year 1981 is in the other kind of the law. So this is a restrict. How to say it's very more hard about. So you cannot buy apartments so old because of this. They're going to change every time some kind of rules for this kind of apartments. So
Okay,
Yeah, and
so
cannot see
let me understand, because I'm not catching it 100%. Properties built before 1981, I guess, were not earthquake resistant, and you can't borrow money from a bank on those properties.
Yes, this is possibility. Yes.
So those
So,
properties are going to be worth far less because people can't borrow, they have to pay cash, right?
yeah, but they have to pay cash because of this area, especially in Tokyo, Minato Ward. So many people will pay by cash, not only, but not everybody, I mean. So this Minato Ward that I'm telling about with Tokyo Tower View is very, people is more rich, I mean. So they pay by cash, actually, yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about eXp just a little bit. And you say you were with Keller Williams for a little bit?
Yeah, some years.
Do you understand the difference in the business model enough to appreciate the big difference between the two companies?
You mean Keller Williams and eXp? Yes,
Yeah.
I guess because I have already this kind of a connection with you. Thank you so much, my invitation. And so
Let's see
Keller
your shirt for a second. The logo. Yeah,
Williams.
there you go.
Yeah, my boss asked me to. I will wear this one, so I'm very. Yeah, so our launch party also I was wearing this one because everybody have to wear this.
Nice.
I need one too.
Is that a t-shirt? Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
t-shirts in
I think that's
Japanese.
pretty cool. It's a t-shirt.
Mhm.
So yeah, let's see how things grow in Japan. Are you working out of an office, or in typical eXp fashion, is everything virtual? Is there a branch office there?
I don't. I'm sorry, I didn't listen to
So
you.
is there a physical office that you
I think
work out of?
there are, but so I'm working sometimes. We have the Regis that system, so I'm working there, and so there is small office in the top part of it, Regis, but we don't enter there. So the only main stuff I was in the only ones, but only main stuff. But we use the Regis salon to work also. Yes, and at home also everybody. And we have the meeting like this one, so we study together. So like yes.
Do you use the World? eXp
I
World?
we didn't even only once yeah, but now at the moment we are using only Slack and the Google Meet. So
Okay.
people is not accustomed to be to put on this kind of avatar. That's sort of difficult with the things. So that's why we're using Google Meet.
Okay, well, we have to build up our Japanese inventory in Castles magazine. So I'm going to send you a link. I'm sure the Japanese translation, I think Julian, I think you actually mentioned to me that it's really
Yeah.
terrible. It I'm sure with AI, because we haven't done it
It's getting
lately,
better. Yes.
it will improve quite a
Yeah.
bit. I think
Japanese language is such a complicated and sophisticated language. Definitely needs some tweaks and yeah. I just want to ask Emiko-san, did you go to the opening party in Japan?
Yes, I was there. I was
Oh,
there.
okay. I
Yes.
saw the pictures. Yeah.
I was there in the reception, the first entrance, so I
Oh,
was there. And
that's
after this, I will walk around, but I was there.
great.
So you're the number one agent based on what? Because somebody recruited you from somewhere to be
Yeah,
the
that's
number one agent, right?
yeah, but I mean, the number one first people made had a contract with eXp. I mean, so this is our boss, our Ken Tanaka. So I knew him from Keller Williams Japan. So that's why I asked him to put. He asked me that he didn't say that I didn't invite you because of the Keller Williams. So he always joke, but so he called me. So that's why I'm the first people that contract. That's why I'm saying that I'm the first agent.
Okay. any questions we should be asking? I mean, this is a whole new world for.
Yes, for me, it's just I need somebody else. I have the 90 properties, my hand from developers. I want to sell this one. This is the investment apartment that I have. And already scam was, and one developer has preparing for management, everything. They have their own client want to rent already. So now I have the brand new 22 properties and some used property already as their client renting. Also, the big company, the construction company already they contract to use for their own employee to use this apartment. So I would like to sell this apartment just like a typical Japanese investment apartment, like 25 square meters. 40 square meters, something like this, only one room. And the price is like $300,000. So, and they are going to pay the since first, they're going to have a contract. Even there's no client in the apartment, they're going to pay. So this is very, I think, interesting. People who doesn't want to take care about the apartment and about property and in Japan. So they're going to take care everything. And I have the twice meeting with them, and they said that they're going to send the money to the United States after they received every month. So they're going to send to the United States also. So I see one of the apartment is very interesting for investor. So I have them. So I would like to put, but they don't want to meet the propaganda. So I need to talk, show, and they don't want I post some kind of the propaganda because of even they put aside, but they say that after they don't receive that person inside at the site, they going to send an email their own client investor and just call them, telephone call. So it's very
So I have a question, Emiko. You
Yeah.
mentioned the word propaganda, and in the US, propaganda is a certain definition. How do you define propaganda? Is it description of a property or the marketing of a property? How
I
is
could
that?
find it. You mean how I could find
Yeah,
this?
how do you define that?
This I didn't find it. They called me.
No,
I don't.
Julian, help me with this.
あ、
ごめんなさい。
エミコさん、先ほどプロパガンダっておっしゃいましたよね。
はい。
はい、それが日本ではどういう意味かっていうのを、ジ
そう、
ミさん。
日本でどういう意味かっていうと、日本の場合
それができたら
に、
英語で答えて
in
ください。
Japan, it's very difficult. You put the propaganda, I mean, like some kind of SNS, even like Zero, Japanese Zero. So they don't permit to do this. So very difficult to own the permit to do this kind of propaganda, any kind of, advertisement, I mean. Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're talking about like text blasts of
Email.
market. We call it spam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Julian, is that basically what Emiko is saying? You can't spam people, which we
Yeah,
can't either. But
yes.
they
Very
roughly
strict.
translated into English, it's propaganda.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
May I ask one question? I have to go
Of
soon, but
course.
just want to ask Emiko-san. Is it common in Japan to have exclusive listings, exclusive agreement, contract with sellers or buyers, or is it open listing is more common?
No, we have already exclusively selling. Yes, but depend on the price because of the too much expense. People, it's everything depend on the owner. So
Okay.
sometimes exclusive also, but the Japan is different. We have some kind of real estate information. If you work in exclusively, they have to put during 5 years or 5 days after contract, 5 days or 7 days after, have to put this kind of price because you cannot say that alone try to sell because of this. This is a little bit low. It's different than any kind of country because So they can exclude, but they have to put the real estate information. We have the real estate information. Like how to say in United States, there's this kind of system like
We talking about MLS?
yeah, yes, exactly.
So do you
Exactly.
have
Yeah.
an MLS?
Yeah, Japanese MLS. So
Is it just for
we-
Tokyo or is it
no,
for-
all of the in all the Japan. So you cannot be the exclusive for a long time, maybe depend to kind of is exclusive. So you have the one of them is after 5 days you have to put this real estate information. The other is after seven days you have to put so real estate information. So they try to put that 0 before the 5 or 7 days before, because they want to sell the both side the commission. So and this
So what I'm hearing, and this is probably the last question and might not be the answer I want to hear. Zillow is in Japan, right?
yeah, I mean Japanese Zillow, yes, we call it
Japanese Zillow.
sumo.
Oh,
We call it
sumo.
sumo, yes.
Oh,
sumo.
okay, so
But
it's
not
not
Zillow
it's
though, right?
it's not Zillow.
Like a Japanese, I mean, as explained, it's like a United one. So
It kind of
sumo,
sounds like
because-
it, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Like
Yeah.
sumo wrestling.
I knew
So
it.
the sumo real
It's not
estate.
sumo fighting, it's sumo.
I like that better.
What? Sumo wrestling?
Sumo, real estate or something. I think that's more
Yeah.
fun and yeah. Anyway,
Well,
yeah, I have to hop out now. I'm sorry.
yes, and thanks,
Nice meeting
Julia.
you.
Sure, so you're
And
taking
we're
so-
wrapping up now anyway. Emiko, this was great. We're gonna do this again. I will be in touch. We're gonna blow up eXp Japan for sure. And thank you for coming on the show. And thank you,
sir.
Julian.
Thank you
Thank you for
having
your
me.
collaboration.
And that's
Thank
it
you so
for
much. Sorry, my
me.
Jam English, but I'm a bit sorry, my explanation. So
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone. I'm
thank
Jim
you,
Lowenstern
bye-bye.
signing
So
off.
thank you.
It's the Exponential Files. We'll see you next week. See you soon. Bye.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.